Hello everyone, my name is Aman Jain. I am here to present the DIY project. We were supposed to make a traffic control system. Initially, we used the Tinkercad software and made a simple model. And then, later on, we added a few more features to it. Once we had the model in our mind, Nimish made the physical model. Now Nimish will explain us the working of the model.
Okay, so this is Nimish Malik, and this is our the prototype or the physical model that we've built for the red light system. So this over here is our Arduino Uno board. This is the power and the connection to the laptop where I added the code. Meanwhile, over here, for most part, this is like representative of the inputs that we would have received in case of a real life application, like for instance from infrared sensors. So currently we're just using buttons here, an array of buttons, 4 buttons, one for each light. These 4 wires, orange, white, green and yellow, take the inputs for the 4 different kinds of lights, right? So for instance, maybe yellow would be the first red light, white the second, green the third and orange the fourth one. Similarly, over here we can see that the same colors have been represented again: yellow, white, green and orange. Yet again, these represent the same lights. For instance, the yellow light and the yellow controller, right? The button connected with the yellow wire are connected, and those are the 2 lights that, or the input. This is the input from this particular light. So moving on, we have across the button connected 330 ohm resistors and 4 LEDs. These LEDs are just to show which lights are on. Since the buttons are really small, it can be hard to see that. Similarly, over here we have 4 green lights, and these turn on and off according to the green light, how it would actually work in the real world. So for instance, for maybe the first road, this acts as the green light, for the second this, for the third this, and the fourth this. So these 2 are connected across 330 ohm resistors to protect the LEDs from high voltage damage. All of these 4 wires, the input wires, are connected over here in slots 13 through 6, 13 through 11, and 10 as well. Those are the inputs, the 4 inputs. Similarly, over here, the outputs are connected directly to the green lights. So now, for a showcase of how it would actually work, we can see that in normal circumstances, when all buttons are on, or in other words, when the capacity is full, this acts almost exactly like a regular green light, turning green from one light to the other. Except, should in the middle of this, for instance, maybe this light, if the cars leave, it will turn off immediately. Similarly, another thing you can notice, though it is already noticeable in this light, I believe, is that it was much shorter than the other green lights. That is because in previous test runs, I turned it off like so multiple times. Each time a green light turns off before it is supposed to, the Arduino board automatically reduces the amount of time it stays green, the maximum amount of time it stays green, and instead distributes that time to the other green lights. This way, the lights with more traffic get longer green lights, which helps clear out the traffic more efficiently. We can already see the effect in even the 4th light, as it is certainly smaller than the 1st and the 3rd light. So the 2nd light is smaller still because of how many times I repeated closing it earlier. So that is a general overview of how the physical. Alright, so one more thing here is, if for instance some green light is just not active, there are no cars, for instance in this case there are no cars in the 1st or the 2nd lane, then the green light will completely skip them and skip directly to the 3rd one. So because of all of this, any kind of traffic simulation or real world crossroads tends to be far more efficient because there is less wasted time, and the time of the green lights changes with respect to the needs and the situation around the crossroads itself. So it always minimizes the time wasted waiting for maybe an empty road. So yes, that is all from my side. Thank you.
When I and Nimish were working on the Arduino code, simultaneously Himadri and Vishesh were working on the simulation part of the project. Let us see the simulation.
So this is the simulation part of the project. For this we mainly used Python's Pygame library. Let me go ahead and run it. As you can see, there are 4 different 4-way intersections on the screen right now, and the simulation has started. The numbers on top of the traffic lights are the countdown timers for the different lights. The numbers in red are the number of vehicles currently in front of a traffic light. I'll go ahead and let the simulation run for a while.